Not the big adult size bunker, but they're not peanuts either. I have a medium size. Got a 8/0 Demon Circle hook. See the straight shank. No snell, just an improved clench on this with fluorocarbon. You could do a Palomar if you like, uni, whatever. But anything you put in fluorocarbon, usually a Palomar or an improved clench. And we're gonna go in the mouth and out the top. This is something I do a little different. And this really gives you the best chances of keeping this bait hooked properly. If you go through the nostrils or through both, sometimes the fish wants to work its way up the line sideways and get rehooked on the hook point, and it covers up the point, and then you're in trouble. When a fish takes it, he can't get the hook, and it is a circle hook, so we need that point to be free so he can do its work. We have just about a 3-foot leader. It's 30-pound fluorocarbon, 30-pound mono. My two glass beads. You guys know I like to use glass beads because they make noise, and you don't need fluorocarbon. I'm convinced that 90% of the fish we catch with fluorocarbon probably would have been caught with mono as well, but you never know. So we got our live bait, no weight here, hooked in the lips, and we're gonna put 2 or 3 of these out while these guys are also jigging, so we can do both. So we have no weight at all. We'll start paying her out and put the rods in the rod holder, and then go back to the artificials. Look at the screen there, Justin. So you can see his bigger fish, only 15 feet of water. We are marking some nice big fish in there. It's only 15 feet of water over here. And stripers don't like to hunt in deep water. These baits are fast like lightning. We can throw the cast net and see them swim right out from underneath it. Look at those marks. And they have speed to spare. I mean, they'll swim out from underneath the cast net on the live sonar, and they'll swim just enough. They won't like panic and get out. They go just enough to get away. They have speed to spare. So they don't want to hunt in 30, 40, 50 feet. Do they? Of course they do. But the odds are going to tell you that if you have this shallow water right next to deep water, and there's bait covered up on that shallow water, there's where you want to fish, because the hunting is much easier for a striper in 10 or 15 feet of water versus 50, 60, 70 feet. That's the key. So what's the key in spring? Find your bait. Fish near bait. You don't need to mark striper necessarily. Find your bait and make sure the bait is in shallow water next to deep water. That's it. Anyone can do this. We're using, you know, accurate stuff here. We've been with them forever, and I do this for a living, so I have really good stuff. But you don't need to do this. You can come out with a $170 combo, you know, an ugly stick with a entry level, like a Penn spinner rod reel if you want, and have a blast. You don't have to spend a ton of money. Woo! Look at those. Side scan and see them off to the side there. All right, now Justin, you remember how we hook up with a circle hook when you get a bite? Remember what you do? So if we're gonna put it in a rod holder, if the rod just doubles over and drag goes out, he's hooked. Just pick up and fight the fish. If it's pulling over slow and it has a little tension on it but not completely loaded, crank it in the rod holder, don't take it out. So if it's just slowly starting to load, you know there's a fish on there, just elbow out, hand on the reel, crank, 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 crank. It'll crank to bend the rod down to the fish until drag goes out or it locks up on the fish, then pick them up and fight them. If the rod is going down and coming back up loose, don't do anything. So if it's bouncing loose, don't do anything. If it has slow building pressure, crank, crank, crank. If it has screamitis, then pick it up and fight that sucker. It's screaming. So that's it. We got maybe 150 feet from the boat. Lock up the clicker, lock up the drag. This is where we're going to fight the fish. It's probably only 4 or 5 pounds of drag. And then what I'll do is I'll back it up just a little bit. So when it's a screaming fish, hook up, crank, 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 crank. There you go. Fish on the live one. Right. That's a good looking fish there, dude. Woo. Yeah, so we got the live bait and we got the spoon going at the same time. Maybe get the flop net. People say, why the clicker? Why the clicker? Well, the main reason I put the clicker on is for the video. So you guys at home can feel when the fish is taking line, like that, right?
The clicker helps a lot of ways. If I'm running a charter and say I'm back here working the helm, right? Guys all the way at the front and it's hooked up. I can hear what he's doing. I can hear if he's taking line. I can hear if line is going out. I can hear if his drag is too loose. Maybe he's cranking like crazy and we're not hearing a clicker. That means his spool isn't turning. I know his drag is too loose. I can tell that from all the way over here. If it's screaming line, I hear the clicker screaming. I can look and see if we're shallow. Are there any obstructions? Do I need to move the boat? So like, nice! That's a good one. That's a good one.
Woo!
Justin. Woo! That live bait's hard to beat. When you come up, if you hear the drag going out, it means you come up a little too fast. That's it. He's barely creeping out. And good news, people, the Striper stealth rods are in stock. They got tons of them now. You know, I love the medium heavies and the heavies. This is a medium heavy. I love them. And that's why super soft tip. So good for live and cut bait fishing because the fish never feels it. They have plenty of time to get that circle hook down because they don't feel it. Soft tip. Striper stealth. Beautiful. She pretty. Pull up. All right, hold it there. In there.
Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful fish. Drop.
She's pretty.
Beautiful. Give me a turn real quick. There you go.
There you go. Good job, man.
I got the biggest one. I'm the winner.
Thank you.
So if you're just learning your flutter spoons, get some live baits out there and do it both. All right, Eric. I'm there, Justin. The circle hook, that demon circle. So good.
Let him go. Nice. Excuse me.
Just providing for a second.
Yep.
Wasn't a really long fight. Just wait for her dorsal.
There she goes.
She's
good. She all right?
Oh yeah. Beautiful. Good job. Good job, man.
Beautiful.
Good job. Good job. Eric. All right, so Striper stealth rods. You guys may have seen the other videos. CTF, Catch the Fever. I helped them a little bit design the Striper stealth rod, and the main thing about this rod is it has a lot of backbone, but the tip is super soft. I mean, look how soft that tip is. And it's super important because when the fish picks up the bait, you want that fish to feel comfortable with it, not feel the rod. Go ahead and feel comfortable enough to swallow the bait, get it down in its throat, swim away, and slowly load the rod up. So the rod is loaded to the backbone. When the fish feels it and the fish takes off, it sets the hook. Comes out, the fish gets him in the corner of the mouth. Circle hook. We're using circle hooks everywhere in saltwater anyway. I use them everywhere in freshwater as well. So if you use a circle hook or if you're using any kind of live or cut bait, that's what's great about these Striper stealth rods. The super soft tip, and you're not giving up backbone. You can see you got a lot of backbone towards the bottom here. This is the medium heavy. I like the medium heavy the best, but they're all good. I've used them all. And Striper stealth did give me a code. It is Smedley5. You get a couple bucks off, and it supports us too. So they help us and help you, helps everybody. It's a great rod.
He's here. I got this. Nice. Yeah. That's a big fish, dude. That is a big fish. Good job, brother. Hold him out, boy. Fish. Congratulations, brother.
Thanks.
It's a fighter.
Camera picture.
No. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Yeah, but we don't move the leg here. Yeah, hold it side of the boat. Hold it by side of the boat. Let's get, Mike, if you can get a fresh piece on it.
God, wow.
Good job, Justin.
Right,
good job, brother.
Good job.
Thank you.
You are doing such a great job.
I got it.
Gosh, look at this.
Whoa.
Oh,
did you see it?
I saw a lot of color.
Oh, boy.
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh, I got it.
Holy cow! That's a 30 I knew it was.
Good job, Justin. That is so big.
I hope you can use 40 bucks for your bank account.
Oh my God.
That guy in.
Taller than you are. Justin, go stand by.
Justin, go over there.
Justin, what have you done, son?
I got the biggest one. I'm the winner.
You need your pliers.
You?
Yep, we need your new pliers.
Boy.
Slide there. Oh, hold on. Just cracking me up.
I'm the winner.